Alright, this is part 7 of the graphical user interface for chapter number 2. In this example, we want to show how we can make a change to the actual text of a control. So in this case, when I click on the command button, I want it to actually display hello world, just like the program logic that we want to code. So to do that, it's when I double click on the control itself, it opens up the correct object and the event used to open that. And what I want to do here, and if you follow the logic from the previous video, you could probably see here that we want to change a property of that particular control. So first of all, we have to identify what it is. So it is a button, so I'm going to type in it's a button, and you may remember it's the Hello World button, but it was Hello World 3 button. And when I can either push the tab or the period. Put a period, it allows me to enter in a property. Now, what property changes the name of a control? Well, you remember when we changed these ones here, we changed the property called text. So if we were to type in text, that brings up the property. And we basically just want to assign what we want it to display. In this case, we want to say hello world. Don't forget to put the semicolon. All right, and that's it. So when I click the command hello world 3 button, it should come down here and say, let's enter in hello world into the property called text of that particular control. Let's see if it works. Let's hit the start button, and it'll open up. There's the application. So when I click, let's go back up. Let's go back up here. When I click this right here, it should execute this command button, which puts hello world inside of here. So I click that, and sure enough, there it's displayed. All right, let's go down to the cat's face itself here and get it to display its hello world itself. All right, so let me set that up. All right, now to do that, if you think about the original program, it's when I click the picture, this message box pops up and displays a message called meow meow. All right, so excuse me. What we want to do is we want to bring up the code. To do that, we do it the same way we did the first 3 buttons. We double click on the picture control. A picture control can act just like a command button. So here you can see what happens when I do that. When I clicked on this picture box, it created this code box called picture box 1, and I forgot to name that control. So I really should have called it something like picture box cat face or something like that. And if that was the case, and I forgot to do that, I could go back up into the cat's face and call it a picture box, and then I could call it cat face, give it a proper name, and push enter. But that disconnects this particular event handler method here. So if I double click it again, it's going to take me right to that same point, which can cause a problem. So if I delete this, that creates other problems. So what happens if I delete that code out, and then I double click on it again? It creates a problem in the back end of the designer. And basically what happened was we've got a control that was originally put in as a picture box, and we don't want that anymore. So I'm going to simply just go in here and I'm going to select that line and delete it out. And then I'm going to return back to my design. And that should give me, now all of the controls here have a fresh start. So now if I double click on it here, it creates that proper event handler click for the proper name picture box for the cat's face. All right, so what do I want it to do is when I click on this, I want to display a message box. So there's a command called message box, and from there I can just simply click on a dot. Now there's no properties of the picture box, but there's things a picture box can do. These are called methods, and I want it to show something. I want to show a message box. By putting it in a bracket, this is just the syntax you're going to learn, and then I can type in a message. So meow, meow is what I wanted to say. Don't forget to put that semicolon at the end. And that's it. So what I've told the computer here